So this looks like UWorld, but it's better than UWorld. What I've done is I've created an extension that you guys can use that turns questions like this into super simple flowcharts. And it plugs in with your subscription to UWorld. You also have opportunities to click any of these AI functions, solve, talk to a chatbot. This is a Hermione Granger talking to me right now, basically just saying why, and it'll explain Mullerian agenesis. So let me explain how this works. I'll break it down to you and I'll put a link in the description. I want to be super simple and quick. So here we have a 15-year-old girl, and she is coming due to amenorrhea. She's never menstruated, and her mom underwent menarche at 14, and they have no medications, okay, does not take alcohol or drugs, and looks like the big thing is she has fully developed sexual characteristics, secondary sexual characteristics, when she shows a shortened vaginal canal with a rudimentary uterus. So what I've enabled here is called the turning point, right? I've just clicked this button down below, right here, and then it generated all of this. And so I can see, okay, never menstruated. Well, I start with 6 diagnoses, and this extension will narrow them down. I know it's not Klinefelter's and Kalman. Why does this matter? Well, primary amenorrhea in a teenage girl often suggests conditions with the uterus and hormonal signaling. It's not going to be Klinefelter's because that would be a male. And it's not going to be Kalman syndrome because, that's like a lack of smell, small testes. And then here's the next turning point. Fully developed secondary sexual characteristics. That eliminates Turner's and androgen insensitivity. And so you can see that AI will just generate this and it'll say, hey, break down this question. What is the simplest way to think about this? What are the turning points? How do I know that it's Mullerian agenesis, not 21 hydroxylase? And well, that's the last turning point. That's the last diagnosis to eliminate. And the reason why this is Mullerian agenesis is because the Mullerian structures are hypoplastic or absent. That rules out 21 hydroxylase, which does not cause structural abnormalities. And if this isn't clear, it'll generate a decision tree with a JavaScript uses mermaid package, if that makes any sense, no worries. Basically, it'll generate this nice little flowchart. Has never menstruated? Okay, well that, if the answer is no, it rules out Klinefelter syndrome, male phenotype with XY chromosomes. Okay, fully developed sexual characteristics. No. Okay, Turner syndrome is ruled out because that has absent sexual characteristics. Yes, this person does have that. So then next, its pelvic ultrasound shows a shortened vaginal canal. No. Well, then that rules out your 21 alpha hydroxylase because no structural abnormalities are present. And then yes to this brings us to our last flowchart. Rudimentary uterus, is that present? Yes, indeed. That's a Mullerian agenesis, shortened vaginal canal and the rudimentary uterus. If no, that rules out androgen sensitivity because that has normal sexual characteristics and XY chromosomes. And so as you can see, you can use these AI tools to just enhance your learning for UWorld, really just skyrocket, take it to the next level. I made this because a lot of students are like, hey, I finished all of UWorld, my scores just start increasing. And I say we just have to dissect these questions, understand them in and out, know why you missed each question. For instance, you can click solve, and whoever you've selected, there are tons of AI tutors. We've got Henry Cavill in there. We've got Homer Simpson in there. We've got Dr. House in here. You can choose whoever you'd like to be your AI tutor, and then they'll go through and they'll solve this. And so as you can see, she's just highlighted the most important things: amenorrhea, fully developed sexual characteristics, shortened vaginal canal, and she got the answer right. You can scroll over each of these and see why they're right or wrong. For instance, 21 would be salt wasting, hirsutism, and then androgen insensitivity, patients with this who develop as females but have absent uterus and cryptorchid testes, and this patient has a rudimentary uterus. Kalman syndrome, lack of smell, decreased GnRH, and then Klinefelter's, tall stature, poorly developed, and infertility. So it helps you kind of diagnose and understand not just why this one's right, but also why these are wrong. And there are plenty of other AI tools you can just click on and have access to that will give you new insights. Basically, this supercharges UWorld with artificial intelligence. Here are the key points. For instance, if you're not sure on what the key points are, here are the differential diagnoses. It goes on and on. This is super cheap. Email me if you can't afford it. I want to bring the best, highest level education to a generation of future physicians using artificial intelligence. If you're about that, please like and subscribe. We're just trying to make this channel grow, trying to bring awareness to this channel. And if you guys want to check out the software, we got plenty of them that's for sale, but also let me know. We're not trying to make a profit on this. Ultimately, this is just to help you. This is free. And this does not substitute UWorld. You have to have UWorld for this to work. It's just something that'll help you in your study journey. All right, if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Share this with a friend. We'll see you guys in the next video.